Joaquin, congrats on the film. I read somewhere that Todd said it took him a couple months of convincing to get you to do this role, and even then you didn't give him a hard yes. So what was it that finally convinced you to take on this role?
It's funny, I was talking to my girlfriend about it, and she was like, "You always knew you were doing it." I said, "I did?" Because I remember really struggling with the decision. And she said, "Yeah, you kept saying you weren't sure, but we knew from the moment that you first talked about it that you were going to do it." So I'm not sure what that moment was where I was contractually obliged to make the film. But I think I always go through a long process with deciding if I'm going to make a movie or not. And I guess it's just like wanting to be sure, or at least as close to sure as possible, that you want to take on the experience. But I know that from when I first met Todd, I really liked him and I trusted him, and I thought that he had a unique way into this character and into this world. So I felt pretty confident of that. I think I just was probably unsure of myself.
Interesting. Did any of that have to do with the laugh, maybe? I know everyone's probably asking you about the laugh.
No, nobody has.
Oh, but I know I'm laughing. I have to ask you because watching it is a little uncomfortable at times. You know, it kind of feels like you're choking while doing it, yet I love how it's used in the story to kind of propel the story forward. So was that laugh easy or hard to come by, and how did you come to it?
Before I read the script, Todd showed me videos of people that have this uncontrollable laughing fits. And one in particular who, it looked very painful, his face would get red and he would choke. And so that was the inspiration, and I just tried to copy them. And you know, Todd had always, it was described in the script as something that was almost painful. And so I thought that was such a unique way of approaching the Joker's laugh, which is so iconic. And I think I'd always imagined it as being just maniacal and kind of high pitched.
Yeah.
And I think that the way that Todd had approached it was through this more realistic lens, and kind of felt like it was motivated by something. And so it was finding that. But you know, some days it was easier than others.
Yeah, I can't imagine. You mentioned Joker's iconic laugh, and we've seen a lot of different Jokers, right? From the comic book and from pop culture. Was there anything specific that you took from Joker's personality from comic books or pop culture that you wanted to weave into your version of the character?
No.
Not one thing?
No.
What about the dancing? I know that you had a choreographer for the step scene, but you watched a lot of internet dancing videos. Which internet dancing videos, you know, influenced Arthur's moves?
There is, man, I'm scared I'm gonna up his name. I said his name before in the interview, but I just kind of like mumbled it, so I thought I could get away with it. But now I'm going out. So I want to say Ray Bolger, but I'm afraid that it's Roy Bolger, and it's so stupid because, I mean, I watched this video countless times, and I think it's the thing that influenced my movement the most, and it's a song and a dance that he did called The Old Soft Shoe. That sounds made up, but it's not. It's real. And I think that affected me the most.
Wow, I gotta look that up, The Old Soft Shoe.
It's not real, I totally made that up.
I'm gonna be so sad if I go home and it's
There
not real.
is nothing there. But
There isn't?
No, it's totally made up. But I have to say something to kind of pass the time.
Oh, so there wasn't a specific dance video on the internet then?
Well, there was one. There's a fella named Roy Bolger and a song called The Old Soft Shoe. And that, I think, influenced me the most.
Got it. Okay, now that you've...
By the way, that is real.
Okay, I'm happy to know that. I will.
It's not. That's
I'm so confused.
No, I made it up. I did. I made it up. Don't look because I made it up. But
Okay.
if you look for it, it's there because it's real.
For my whole life, I didn't know if I even really existed. But I do.